This is a video response to a video response by a user who goes by the name of Mr. Chocolates. To answer your question, man, how do I deal with haters and racism in real life? Well, I'll address the first part first. The haters, well, I don't necessarily go and advertise myself as a Satanist. Like, I don't like walk up to people and be like, hey, I'm Zach Black, how you doing? I'm a Satanist. I don't do that, you know. So once in a while, not often, but once in a while, somebody discovers who I am, and it's caused a few problems before. Like, all of a sudden you stop getting invited to barbecues, you know, to house parties, stuff like that. It gets leaked out, or somehow they figure it out. I don't really know exactly, but it's happened not very often, but it's happened about 3 times now. How I deal with it, you know, I don't have the need to explain myself or Satanism to other people. Like, you either understand it or you don't. And if you don't understand it, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't have the need, the desire, or the time, the willingness to sit down and explain Satanism 101 to you, or to them, whatever. But, you know, I mean, I do wear my beliefs on my sleeve, and literally, I mean that, on my sleeve, okay? So, you know, it is what it is, you know. If somebody, the way I deal with Satanism in the real world is people are on a need-to-know basis. If you don't need to know, I'm not going to tell you. If I develop a relationship with a woman, something like that, you know, eventually there'll come a time where I'll tell them. And, you know, if they're important to me, I'll sit down and explain what Satanism really is and what I really believe. But usually, I just, you know, if it gets into a religious conversation, I just call myself an agnostic or an atheist. Usually an atheist. Just really depends on the people I'm talking to. I get a feeling for it. When it comes to racism, now I notice that you're black by your videos. As you can see by my videos, I am not black. So the way I experience racism is going to be different than yourself, you know. I don't get that type of racism that a black man might, you know. But being a sushi chef, I do experience a form of racism, you know. It's completely, it's different, and I'm not even making a comparison here, because I'm sure that you experience racism on a regular basis, whereas I only experience it once in a blue moon when I'm applying for jobs as a sushi chef. Japanese people, which are largely dominate the sushi business, don't take white people seriously as chefs, and I'm also left-handed, and to Japanese people, left-handed people are considered like deviants or retarded, or somewhere in that area. You know, basically they're frowned upon. And I can walk into a sushi bar and I can look around. If I don't see a white guy, and if it's all Japanese people, I don't even bother to apply anymore, because I've never once gotten a job. And the reason is because, well, you know, they're Japanese and they think white guys, especially left-handed white guys, have no business in that trade. Oh, and the fact that I have visible tattoos, that doesn't help either, although they can be covered. In Japan, traditionally, the people that get tattoos are criminals. So I got like 3 strikes are out against me already. So that's kind of how I deal with it. Like, as far as the racism part goes, yeah, it sucks. You know, it sucks. I mean, I've lost a lot of jobs right before I could even apply, just because I'm white and left-handed and have tattoos. You know, again, that's not comparing to a black man who probably gets racism on a daily basis, even just going into the grocery store or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Yeah, and as far as Satanism goes, I'm on a pretty much strict don't ask, don't tell policy. If you need to know, I'll tell you, but most people don't ever actually need to know. So I generally don't have a problem with that. But thanks for the video response. Here's my video response. I hope you see it, because I can't find your video response anymore because I approved it and it disappeared. But there you go.